and welcome back to Ferris Esports, ready for match number 2 of the night. Our Rocket League Crimson team here against Wayne State University. Another in-state school. Always love to see the schools in-state. A little extra rivalry there. We've got a big Discord with all the directors in it, so always fun to play against their teams. I know they participated in the Bandwidth Bowl in year past. Hopefully we'll have them for the Bandwidth Bowl this year. A team that I think we're going to be seeing often here. How are you feeling about this game, Chaotix?
Similar to the last game, it should be pretty close. Really, all games should be close with the Swiss format. You're always playing a team that has the same record as you. So,
Yep.
with Wayne State specifically, I'm not 100% sure how good they are. I think we may have played them like a year or two ago, but
A lot can
probably an
change.
entirely different roster by now. So,
Yeah, I know
we'll
we have
see.
a mostly different roster from 2 years ago, if not everybody as well. So
Oh yeah,
a lot of changes in the collegiate sports world, and that's nothing new here for collegiate esports as well. We're waiting to get in the lobby here, but what are you hoping the team kind of worked on after seeing last week's loss?
I think they just had to work on communication a little bit. They were talking to me afterwards, saying that once they lost a couple games, they sort of got down on themselves, and maybe it wasn't something they were intentionally trying to do, but they kind of just stopped talking as much. I think because they were all kind of feeling the same thing, like oh, this just isn't really fun, and
Yep.
they are hopefully going to try to keep a little bit better mindset this week, and even if you lose game one, it's you're not out of it yet. You can
Yep. You
always
can
turn
go.
things around, so you just gotta
Yeah.
stay positive.
Yep. You can lose game one, game two, and go down by 5 goals in game three, and it's still possible to come back. So you're never out of it, but I've been in those situations where it feels doomed, right? And it takes a lot mentally to kind of snap out of it, and especially um, the more you play, the more you kind of get in the situations, and the more that you can fight through them and put some time in as a team, and that's going to kind of happen naturally as well.
Yeah, and I know from being a player myself, when you're playing a team that's just a little bit faster than you, a little bit more mechanical than you, it's hard to keep up the comms because you're just sitting there trying to focus on playing the best Rocket League you can. You're just like, okay, I gotta get up there, I gotta hit the ball before they do, and you're not able to really think clearly about what you want to communicate to your teammates.
Yep, just getting beat by a little bit, but enough to know like, oh, it's consistent pressure, right? I know in Overwatch it's the same way. I played a match this weekend with the old Crimson team, and their team was just a little bit snappier than us, a little bit better on the set plays, and you're just like, okay, this is a very winnable game, but they're just executing a little bit better, and mentally to try to claw back, like, all right, I don't have to do anything crazy. I just have to play more fundamental. I have to play better. I have to speed up a little bit. Those concepts apply to every esport, but especially in Rocket League where they're getting there a little bit faster. The ball's getting, you're playing a lot of defense because it's on your side of the field there.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I mean, keeping up the comms is just important for any team. You can't just go silent because that's like playing with one less player. I feel
Yep,
like having the communication there is a big tool that you can use as a team, and if you're not doing that, you're always going to be at a disadvantage to the other team.
absolutely, absolutely. Yep, yeah. You can tell when teams are playing together when they're coming. And when they're not in any sport, you see the teams that just react a little bit snappier. They're each player's in the correct position where they need to be. Nobody's trying to make hero plays. Everybody's just doing their solid part at making the team excel.
Yeah, and I think right now we're just waiting for someone from the other team. I'm thinking that's what the delay is because everyone from Ferris is here and ready to go.
Yep. Oh, looks like we are headed into the lobby right now. Who should we be looking out for on this Ferris team this game?
Well, I think today actually the sub Cannibal is going to be starting in place of Hoganator. Nothing to do with bad performance from last week or anything. It's that Hoganator just came like 10, 15 minutes ago, so he's not super warmed up. So
Gotcha.
they're throwing in Tear, similar to like with Gold, where they had Straffiker playing for Barber, because Barber had just work at 6:30 when the game was at 7, so he warmed up either. It's I'd say it's a smart move to do that, and it's kind of humble, I suppose, to realize like I'm not warmed up, I'm not ready, I'm not gonna put myself in the game knowing that I'm gonna play bad. I'm gonna let my teammate play who's actually ready to go.
Makes sense, yeah. Always good to see the team step up and make those decisions as a team and know that player understanding, hey, I'm doing what's best for the team instead of necessarily what's best for myself. But it looks like we're still waiting on somebody.
Yeah, it looks like the other team is not in the lobby yet, but they have the lobby info, so they should be joining any minute now.
Correct. And Sponge is from Wayne State, I'm assuming, as well, as I'm not familiar with that. Is that one of the Ferris players? Am I just being a piece?
Yeah, these are all Ferris players.
Okay.
They just don't all have they don't all have a Ferris tag. They all have different tags, don't they?
Whack, Ferris clan tag. I'm telling everybody, do it. Makes everything nice for us. Makes it look.
We got a couple other players joining here. Zedro with the clan tag Nut. So not seeing any school clan tags here.
yeah, for sure. His MNKY does Chop Jr. play on mouse and keyboard?
MNK, I think that means monkey.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's not as cool as I thought. I thought like maybe we had a special crazy person.
A special player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a friend who plays on mouse and keyboard, and I never understand how he does it.
Yeah. I know people who play Overwatch on PC on the controller, and it's like, stop. It's a bad habit. Get off of it. I believe in you. Ferris State versus Wayne State. Game 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like they did not decide to have Tear play.
Okay.
So, Hoganator is in after all.
Makes sense here.
So
had a little bit of time to warm up before the game started.
Yeah, he had a little bit more time to warm up with the technical difficulties, I guess. So hopefully he is actually ready to go. And that
looks like
perfectly placed shot. He sure is.
Came to play today.
He's gonna be mad at me for doubting him.
Right?
That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
That bar and right in.
Following in Gold's footsteps here with the early goal.
Definitely. Ferris on the offense here. Oh, Sponge not able to pick it up. Chop Jr. another early shot. What's this? Another 2 goals in the first 30 seconds. Ferris Rocket League, both Gold and Crimson, came to play ball. I plan to make a statement early in game 1.
Yeah, now Crimson just has to get a 3rd goal here. They heard about Gold winning. They definitely want to one-up them here. So got to score some more goals.
Definitely. Hey, their goal to not drop a game here, I believe. Ferris is looking a little bit on offense. They still have 20 seconds to tie up what Gold is doing. Oh, a nice set in front for Wayne State, and that should be a goal. Nice goal there by Hyper Shadow.
Yeah, it kind of bounced off the corner awkwardly there, and Sponge didn't quite read it. And so it's a well-placed shot from Hyper Shadow, I think that was.
That's correct.
So yeah, both Ferris players were on the left side of the net there, and he just placed it right. Neither of them were able to get there. And this one goes in for Sponge.
3 goals in the first minute. They did it. Well, they did give up one, but they made it happen.
Yeah, Gold waited a little longer to give up their first one, but
for sure. Sponge, just quick kickoff. Get it to the side, blast it right in from there.
Yeah, yeah, and good placement too. Just hitting it off that post about as far right as he could have hit it without it not going in. But it
Right.
makes it that much harder to defender when it hits off the post.
Oh, absolutely. Half of the time you're just like, oh, is that actually going to go in? You know, is that going to, are we going to get a good bounce? Is it going to leave? Hoganator here, not quite able to get the touches he wants. Great team play by Ferris, just a little bit too much heat on the ball there. Chop's going to try to get this one back in front. Another set, Hoganator puts it up. Oh, they run into each other. That's unfortunate. Hyper
Yeah, it's
Shadow.
good to see them going for these passing plays, even though there are a couple of them just going right off the crossbar.
Yes,
But
yes.
they definitely have good speed today, and they're getting these passes off accurately, and the other team just isn't quite ready to react to them. And here's a
Yeah.
fourth goal for Crimson.
Yep, Chuck Jr. dropping that one right in on top. Nice touch there. Good
Yeah, it's very
pass from
smart.
Sponge as well.
He used the wheels of his car there to give it a little less power, because if he had just banged that with the front of its car, it probably would have just hit off the crossbar and gone out. So he kind of used his wheels there to slow it down and make sure it got under there.
Yes, that's what I like about Rocket League. Such a simple concept, right? Just physics-based soccer with cars, but they, you know, with a little bit of boost, a little bit of flying. But because of that, because of the mechanics they've added in, so many unintentional mechanics that have appeared, and a nice touch there from Hoganator. Fantastic play. Let's watch this again here. Beats one defender. The touch with the front corner of that beats the second defender right on in.
Yeah, that's a great solo dribble play from him. And yeah, being up 4-1, you definitely have confidence to go for that kind of stuff.
Yep, absolutely.
And they're not stopping here. They're still playing aggressively, looking to pile on as many goals as they can.
Yep.
They've
It's a
already
mental
outdone.
game at
Let's
this point.
see. Yeah, let's see if they can get it to a Brazil even.
Yes. It's you know, game one of the series. Still, the series can go a long way. You just want to try to break your opponent's mental as much as possible once you get that lead established. Go for some trick shots. Go for some fancy stuff. If you can pull off the fancy stuff and actually get the goals on it, that just demoralizes the opponent more and more, right? As your opponent's hitting trick shots on you and you're just fighting for your life, it never feels good. As I say that, Hyper Shadow manages to bring one back for Wayne State.
Yeah, I mean, not impossible to come back, but someone other than Hyper Shadow's gonna have to start scoring for Wayne State. Seems a lot like a solo effort from him, getting both of their goals.
Absolutely. Zedro here on defense. Hoganator not quite able to beat him. Chop Jr. going to go for this set. Hoganator with a good demo. Zedro coming up. Unpredictable bounce. No one's really able to follow it up. Another good set. Oh, Hyper Shadow again. The one to make the play for Wayne State. Sponge puts it in front. Not quite able to put it in.
Yeah, I kept seeing Chop Jr. there coming off the ceiling trying to get a dunk on a Wayne State player there. I know he likes to go for those fancy goals.
Oh,
I'm sure he'd love to get a flip reset dunk at some point here. So let's see if he continues to go for that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, that's something, hitting those in unranked is cool. Hitting those in ranked is cool, and hitting those in a collegiate match is definitely even cooler. So I know they're looking for it, especially up 6-2. Chop Jr. another shot off the post there.
Yeah, it was actually a really nice save from Hyper Shadow, or below Logic, I think, not Hyper Shadow. But Sponge's shot, I believe, was going in off the crossbar, and below the Logic somehow read that. But then Chop just right on top of it follows it up immediately, and they had no chance.
Ferris definitely has control in the air. As Zedro puts it back, bounces it off the Ferris player for it to go in as well.
Yeah, Clear was a little too fast. Sponge and Chop couldn't quite make it back to it. But Chop putting on that beautiful placement on both sides of the pitch.
Definitely. Ferris, I saw it going for quite a few demos here as well. definitely a good play, taking an opponent out, even for just a little bit, will always help you get that positional advantage. Plus, at this point, it's a mental game. You know, you're down, you're trying your best to claw your way back into this game, and to just keep getting demoed would be tilting, to say the least.
Yeah, and they almost get a 7th goal there. Not quite. And yeah, this Ferris team does like to go for those demos and bumps a lot. At least when they're feeling good, they do.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing it in this game, so you know they're feeling good.
Yep. It's one of those things you don't want to start when you're down, that's for sure. You want to make sure that it's at least an even game, or you're winning in order to kind of pull out stops, go for those mental games.
Yeah, and this almost got a 7th one in there. They will take this win 6-3.
They were definitely looking for that 7th win. Or 7th, sorry, goal, not a win. It was,
Yeah, their first win here. They just need 2 more to secure the match for them and do what Gold just did an hour ago. They'll be looking to do 1 better and win this in a sweep.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see if...
Yeah, and hopefully we don't see that complacency that Gold had for that 3rd game in their match where they gave one up.
Yep.
We want
Ferris
to see
did
Ferris
not let off the gas
take this one all
the
the way.
entirety of Game 1, so I don't think they're going to let off the gas here coming into Game 2, but we'll find out as we get into the match itself. Chop Jr. with 3 goals on that 7 shots as well. Always good to see. You know, putting those shots numbers up at some point, it's going to correct the defense. They're going to slip up just a little bit. It's going to go in.
Yeah, definitely a lot of from Ferris this game, and yeah, I'm sure they don't mind letting a couple in if they can score 6 every game.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You take the 2-for-1 trade when you can get it.
Yeah. And Chop with yeah, he might have meant it as a pass, but I don't think he meant that touch to be so strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Went a little bit behind his teammate there. Bunch pre-jumping for that, very ambitious of him. But yeah, no Wayne State players really going to clear this ball out. So Ferris is just keeping some really strong pressure on them here. And Chop trying to start an air dribble there, but it was a little bit awkward.
Yeah,
He's going to stay on the wall for this pass, but it looks like there's a double commit there. And he will win the 50s, so it's not going to cost him too much.
Wayne not quite able to get it back in front. They get a shot there, but Hoganator with the save and Sponge with the clear. Oh, awkward pinch there. Sets it into Wayne State's side. Ferris on defense now. Sponge trying to get the clear. Not quite the touch they wanted. Oh, missed the shot there. Hoganator trying to get it on Ferris's offense. Sponge is the touch there. Oh, it's a good set. Plus the demo.
And he got that demo, and I was hoping it would turn into something there, but neither Hoganator or Chop were quite ready for all of those events that happened in such quick succession.
Yeah,
that's a good pass in the middle.
See if Sponge can get this out of here. Nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah, Sponge up for this. I'm not sure if he should have been. That was he was in a weird position to go for that. Wayne State might have counterattack here. Yeah, Hyper Shadow not quite getting the touch there. And yeah, Ferris has recovered now, back on defense. So we'll see if they can... Oh. And they get dunked, and it's just a goal.
Yep. Nice shot there from below logic to open this game up. 2 minutes in. 2 minutes 7 seconds. Already taken off the clock. That leaves 2:53 remaining here in game 2. Definitely a lot more defensive play from Wayne State. Making it as I say that Ferris gets a nice goal. Caster's curse, of course.
Yep, both goals this game were a little bit of Caster's curse. Just as we start talking about a team doing one thing, they do the complete opposite.
Yep. Great pass there from Ferris in order to secure the goal. Ooh, is it going to go? Spludge tries to get a little bit of a goofy hit on it to throw the defenders off. Didn't quite work.
Yeah, it's very good for Ferris that they tied that up quickly, and very demoralizing if you're Wayne State.
Yes. But Wayne State says,
they get the lead back here.
We can do it. We're still in this game. We can score. Puts it up 2-1. Wayne State.
Yeah, I just shouldn't even talk anymore. Every time I start to say something, the team does the exact opposite of what I'm talking about.
Right.
So yeah, Wayne State back in the lead here. Ferris maybe going to get another quick one.
And they do.
And they do.
Tie it up.
There we go. That's reverse Caster's curse right there.
Yeah, especially as Wayne State, right? We finally got a lead in the series. Feeling good. Let's see how long we can hold it. Now it's been 15 seconds and it's equalized. It's that little bit of an edge that you start to win that mental warfare game, and it starts to slide back a little bit as soon as it gets equalized, especially so quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. They know they want to win this one after losing the last one so badly, and getting the lead and losing it just like that, it's like, oh well.
Yeah.
All those 2 goals are for nothing now.
Right.
Maybe still puts in 6 this game, and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It's just putting goals in a different order this time.
Right. Let's see how they come out swinging here. Ferris winning the kickoff, but Wayne State able to clear it out. What determines a kickoff win in Rocket League? Is it who clears it first or who gains possession first? Is there a set standard?
It's who gains possession, pretty much. Sometimes you win a kickoff by hitting it to the other team's side, if that's what you want to do.
Okay.
And then other times, teams will intentionally, lose a kickoff, quote unquote,
To catch it.
They'll lose it on purpose so that their teammate who's in the back corner can just take control of the ball. Usually take it up for an air dribble or something, or a pass.
Makes sense. Hoganator, easy over the top shot, not quite able to get there. Sponge a little too close.
It was almost on target. I was gonna say Wayne State putting on their Lakeland impression of leaving the goal wide open.
Absolutely. Unlucky. But Ferris up 1 with a minute left, and they're still swinging on offense, going, hey, that's fine. We feel comfortable letting you equalize. We'll continue the pressure up, knowing that we can get that next score. And they know if they put this in that it's most likely going to lock this one in, knock on wood. But 2 goals, 43 seconds with the way this game's been playing, Ferris should be feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, they've had a lot of great offense in these games, obviously by the amount of goals they put in, but I've just seen specifically the shot placement from them. It's always been right up at the top of the goal or right in the corner, where it's just so much harder to reach if you're a defender.
Yeah.
And they've been doing that so well, specifically chops. That was something that I think they were kind of lacking last week, was the quality shots.
Absolutely.
And here and there with decent placement there. I think defender probably should have saved that one, but goes in either way.
We take those.
Yeah.
30 seconds left. They gotta have 3 10-second goals. That's a tough ask here in game 2.
Yeah, they it started off decent for Wayne State. They had the lead a couple times, but only a moment. And Ferris has come back in this game and ended up scoring almost as many goals as they did last time. Maybe they will here. Flip reset from Chop. He wanted it.
Definitely.
It
was a good touch as well. Kicks a little further out.
There's still a chance to get that 6th goal.
Chop and Sponge keeping it up. Does kill it there. Ferris up 2-0 in the series. Looking pretty dominant, looking pretty good here. If you're Ferris, what's your game plan coming out into game 3 here?
Just keep doing what you're doing. They don't look like they're sweating too much here. They're kind of running away with it in these games, at least with their offense, even though they let a couple in here and there. Um, so yeah, if they can just tighten up a couple of the defensive mistakes, then it's just an easy win for them.
Yes,
And
makes sense.
if you're Wayne State, you just gotta start getting some boost steals and bumps here and there on Ferris because Ferris is just being faster at the moment, and they're getting to the ball quicker than Wayne State. And if the Wayne State players don't quite have the speed to keep up with them, then they need to be a little more resourceful and steal that boost from them.
Absolutely. Look at
And
that.
another
Chop
great shot
Jr.
from Chop.
Nice shot. Sponge with the set. Chop just chopping it right back in. Putting them up early. Again, kind of mentally. Hey, you're feeling Wayne State, you're feeling the heat. It's game 3, you lose this one, you're out. Ferris comes in, gets an early goal. Definitely amplifies that pressure.
Yeah, this is the kind of offense I've wanted to see from Ferris ever since this team was formed. Chop and Sponge really being the offensive duo up there, getting passes off to each other and strong, fast shots into the net. And Hoganator too. He's coming in as third man a lot and getting those shots. But he does tend to play a little more of the defense for him.
Yep,
And
fantastic.
he does
goalie.
a great job at that.
Almost every week I feel like we're like Hoganator with another great save. So
Yeah.
he always.
Yeah, he hasn't really had to make a lot in this game.
Yes, that's for
But
sure.
maybe he likes that a little better, being able to get some goals as he gets another one here. Yeah, this one's just kind of awkward. That's not a good touch from below Logic. And neither of his teammates are back either. And even if they were, that would have been a
hard,
rough situation they were put in.
Because at that point you got to pick a corner, and the attacker's going to kind of shoot it wherever they want to, and defense has to hope they can make it there. Sponge with a set to Hoganator.
Yeah.
Hoganator going to put it back mid for Chop. Nope, just going to put
he's just going to score it.
I want to see what happened there.
Yeah.
Did it go off the top of his car here? Yeah. That's just scooching it right in the bottom corner. Little roller there.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wayne State players, they're kind of just sitting there watching. It seems like. Oh no.
Yeah,
4-0. There's still 3.5 minutes.
This is
the
fast kickoff.
Yeah, I don't see Wayne State coming back in this series.
Yeah. After that goal too, you're just so mentally. But when you're 3-0, it's doable. We can win this, and you go for that kickoff, little bit quicker kickoff, try to get that flip in and choke it up a little bit. And mental is not where it wants to be right now. Hoping Ferris can keep up this offense and kind of put the game away.
4-0 comebacks almost never happen in any rank of Rocket League. So
absolutely.
I would never feel good if I was winning. And now it's 5. Yeah, that's pretty much game for Ferris here. Maybe we're gonna get to see them going for some freestyles, some highlight goals here.
Left 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Up 5-0. If you're Wayne State, like how hard is it to continue to just kind of play your best Rocket League and keep swinging in this situation?
They're probably feeling pretty defeated right now. I think they know that they realistically have no shot of coming back into this. So maybe they're just looking for some consolation goals. Just trying to play as good as they can for the rest of this. Hopefully they're not, angry at each other or anything. You hate to see toxicity, especially amongst teammates. They can just, save replays from this, take it as a learning experience, figure out what Ferris did better than they did, and what they can do to improve next week.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, especially so early in the season like this. Plenty of room for improvement. Plenty of room to play better teams. I'd much rather have a harder season and have a worse record, but play tougher opponents. Get good. Look at what they're doing feel what it feels like to go against somebody like that. That way when you do get to like a playoff situation, or those tougher matches later in the season, you're more prepped for it.
Yeah, and speaking of playoffs, it's still far away out, but getting the sweep here is definitely good for Ferris Crimson for their odds of making it there. So even with
Yes,
a loss,
absolutely.
they can still make it, and having that game differential gives
Yep.
them a slightly higher seed compared to other teams who would have the same record. But yeah,
Absolutely.
no goals for like a whole minute now. What's happening?
Yeah, it feels like if you're Ferris, almost a little bit like, hey, don't want to be too salty here. Just kind of want to run the clock out, get a couple fancy shots off, but besides that, keep just kind of tossing it towards the goal. Speak of that as a
Yeah,
triple
I want to see
commercial.
Chop. Yeah, I was gonna say I want to see Chop get one of those flip resets that he's been going for and
Yes.
actually score off of it. He's had a couple opportunities that were somewhat close. There's a goal for him, not a flip reset, but
Puts
it'll pad
another
the
one
stats either
in.
way.
Absolutely. 1 minute remaining, up 6-0 for Ferris here in Game 3. Yeah, I'm going to be the one to call it. Definitely Ferris winning this season, or this, not season. Ooh, not going to call that so early, but winning the series out, that's
Hey,
for
hopefully
sure.
they do.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I'll plan on it, let's say that. But Hoganator here,
7-0.
7-0.
Great pass from Sponge. Just a very slight touch on it, but it wasn't what the defender was expecting at all. Usually Sponge would be the one shooting it there.
Right.
He's been doing great with the passes in these games. I think either
Oh
maybe it's
yeah.
just his teammates actually being there for them, but he does a really good job of passing in most games. Oh. Ferris got an own goal this one. They wanted the Brazil 7-0 was just not quite as good
Did
for
he
them.
try to clear it off
They wanted it to
the?
be 7.
Yeah, he tried to clear it off the post. Misjudged the distance and how fast the ball was going. That's a spiking it in. But I
Nah,
don't.
I think he scored that on purpose.
Yeah, there you go. A little bit of BM like, hey, you guys can't. Well, I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll have to ask him after the game. Ask him if he did that on purpose.
For sure. Let's see.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna go for an 8-1 here. Another
Yeah.
passing play,
Yeah.
and it's
Just absolutely relentless.
8-1.
There's no need to win the mental game, and they're still punching it in 12 seconds left, up 7-1. But hey,
Yeah,
revel in this when you're winning these games. You come out, you're swinging. You don't want to get used to letting your foot off the gas in these games. A lot of I've played against people in any game where they're just like, oh, you don't want to run the score up, and the number one thing I say to not getting the score ran up on you is play better, whatever the sport is in this league. In this case, play better Rocket League, and don't get the score run up on you. But it's hard to do it if you won't let them. So they're coming back to us. Don't leave us today. We actually have Overwatch coming up in 9 minutes. But before that, let's kind of finish up our thoughts here on today's back-to-back Rocket League matches. What are you thinking about today, Chaotix? Win for both teams, always good.
yeah. A lot more fun to cast this week than it was last week. We got 2
Definitely.
wins this week, 2 losses last week, so it's good to see both of our teams here win today, and especially Crimson really just destroying Wayne State basically, getting
Yep.
I lost track of the goals, like almost
Quit.
20 goals total, I think.
Yep.
So
Coming out
they'll
swinging.
definitely have some for the highlight reels there, and both teams go to 2-1. Gonna have to face slightly tougher opponents next week, and we'll see if they are up for the challenge.
Oh, yes. That's what we like to see. We like to see those good matches. Keep winning. Keep playing tougher opponents. Keep them good matches rolling. But thanks for coming out with me, Chaotix. We're going to head to the break, get things set up for the Overwatch matches today. So all of you at home, stick around and wait for us to come back with some Overwatch.